DOIJ podcast. So today we're reading two articles. One is a lot shorter than I was hoping for, and the other is going to be hopefully a decently sized article. And I'll give you my opinions on them. Hopefully you will then give your opinions on them as well. So now I will be playing a different game in the background, except for the fact that I have to read two articles. So maybe next time we'll play a different game, then one that does not require me to just, not a lot of concentration. Will be more entertaining. That'll be the hope for the next one. So hopefully you will, now before we get into it, hopefully you will join me and my friend tomorrow for our charity live stream. We'll be playing the Division 2, and we'll be donating 80% of the donations to a charity. Which that charity will be announced tomorrow during the stream. Beginning of the stream, and we'll probably mention it a few times during the stream, so on and so forth. Just go ahead and post this in our podcast server, which if you want to join the podcast, then you can go ahead and join the podcast server. Will be the second link in the description. First clickable link. So figure out how to get that PayPal link to be clickable. Right now it says copy and paste. So yeah, and with that said, let's go ahead and get into it. So both these articles are brought to us by the BBC.com. And the first one is, the title of it is Driver Reverses Car Through Front Door of Wiltshire House. Now, the photo looks like there's a lot more that went on to it than just accidentally reversing. I have a feeling that this person, I don't know. I mean, if the car just looks a lot. I mean, I guess she forgot to close the door, or she was just getting in the car for a minute, trying to grab something out of it, and or trying to get a CD or something out, and then she reversed because the driver's side door, which this is in the United Kingdom, so the driver's side door will be on the right side, not the left side. In the U.S., the driver's side is on the left side. The driver's side door is actually, well, it's not looking very good. It's hanging off. It's been pretty much ripped off. It's in between the car and the brick wall. So, okay, can't connect that. That sucks. So yeah, that's just definitely. It's a nice car. It looks like a Prius, but But I think it has a Renault logo on it, so I guess it's not a Prius. An elderly woman has reversed a car through the front door of a house. She wedged the vehicle into the front of the property in a village near Devizes in Wiltshire on Tuesday morning. So this would be yesterday morning. Firefighters took 2 hours to rescue her and got her out from the back of the car. She was treated at the scene by the Southwestern Ambulance Service. A spokesman for Devizes Fire Station said it had been tricky to free the trapped driver. A building control officer had been requested to check the building, Dorset and Wiltshire Fire and Service Rescue said. So that's interesting. It happens though, but that's. If I can hear. I can hear their cycling truck coming, thankfully. So hopefully the wind hasn't blown it all like last time. But anyway, so that is a short article. I was hoping, was it her house? Was it an accident? Was she intoxicated? Was she on drugs? Because you never know. I'm not trying to be not trying to be mean or anything, but that would have been just kind of more detail. Would have made the article more interesting. So I mean, I'm guessing she's fine. I mean, it doesn't say that she died, so that's good, I guess. I mean, unless they just want to keep that, maybe she did die and they didn't want to tell us. I don't know, but it's kind of like that is the like I don't even know how to put this, but that is the worst reporting I have ever seen. So I don't know who did the reporting on that, but couldn't get any more details. I mean, like, was she severely injured? Was she get there with minimal injuries? Did she have no injuries? I mean, aside from a panic attack, because I'd imagine, I'd probably have a panic attack too. Like I accidentally reversed a car. I'm guessing it's an accident. Once again, accidents happen, but if I accidentally reversed a car into someone's house, was it her house? Was it a stranger's house? Like, especially if it's a stranger's house and I accidentally reversed my car and it kind of broke there, I'd have a panic attack, because one, I can't get out, and two, I just reversed my car into someone's door. So, I mean, like, so that would be very, very helpful information to know, BBC, so hopefully next time. But, yeah, so then this next one is, I read a little bit of it, not a whole lot, left in right there. But again, this is brought to us by BBC.com. And the title reads as follows: Ex-PM, or ex-Prime Minister, David Cameron's bodyguard left gun in aeroplane toilet. Yeah. David Cameron was reportedly flying home from New York with his wife Samantha, which pictured on a plane in 2010 when the gun was found. That's the description of a yeah. A bodyguard for David Cameron is being investigated after he reportedly left his gun in a toilet on a transatlantic jet. A terrified passenger found the gun and gave it to his staff on a British Airways flight from New York to London on Monday, according to the Daily Mail. As a former Prime Minister, Mr. Cameron is entitled to continued security provided by the Metropolitan Police. The Met said the officer involved has been removed from operational duties. Mr. Cameron's team said it could not comment on security matters. The gun, believed to be a 9mm Glock 17 pistol, is said to have been left by a close protection officer from the Met Specialist Protection Unit who took off his holster while in the toilet. Okay, I gotta stop right there, because it says Specialist Protection. Specialist Protection. That's what that's the name of this guy's unit. He's a Specialist Protection Unit. That's what he's in, and he leaves his gun in the toilet. Okay, like, oh my gosh. Mr. Cameron's passport and that of the officer were found with the weapon, according to the Sun. Are you serious? A passport? And so not only did you forget your gun, but first off, if you're protecting somebody, you're going to make sure you have your gun at all times before you leave every room, before you enter every room. You're going to make sure you have your gun. And then, God, like the pet. Wouldn't the Prime Minister have his passport? I'm just saying, wouldn't Mr. Cameron have his passport? I don't know why he had this passport. Where's the wife's passport? That's what I want to know. But so the passports, I get. Maybe they fell out of the pocket, whatever. Okay, because that happens. That's whatever. But the Metropolitan Police spokesperson said, we are aware of the incident on a flight into the UK on 3rd February, and the officer involved has since been removed from operational duties. We are taking this matter extremely seriously, and an internal investigation is taking place. British Airways said it had adhered to Civil Aviation Authority rules allowing UK police to carry firearms on board in specific controlled circumstances. Our crew dealt with the issue quickly before departure, and the flight continued as normal, the airline added in a statement. Mr. Cameron was the UK Prime Minister for 6 years until July 2016, when he stepped down following the result of the EU referendum. And then it says, were you on the flight? If you have any information, email haveyoursay at bbc.co.uk. So, this email if you have, It says, please include a contact number if you are willing to speak to a BBC journalist. You can also contact us in the following ways: at the WhatsApp number, tweet at BBC _ have your say. That's a Twitter. The WhatsApp is +44 7756 165803 or 803, whatever. Send pictures and video to yourpics at bbc.co.uk. And I'm only saying that, I'm only adding that information in case you are on the flight, because I would like to, like, that's like, that's, oh my gosh. Hey Noah, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining. That's like, I don't know when this happened. This could happen a few years ago, but, like, how do you forget your gun? Like, oh my gosh. How do you forget your gun in the toilet of a how do you forget your gun anywhere when you're on a protective? How do you forget your gun if you're in a specialized unit of the police force? Like, as a cop, how do you forget your gun? Well, I mean, I guess you don't really have. I mean, see, this is a problem. You see, now, I can guarantee you this would never happen in with American security forces. And I'm not trying to diss, the United Kingdom or anything, and and I appreciate everything they do for for their country and their counties and all that. But I'm just stating facts. With the United States, any police officer in the United States would never forget his gun. Any specialized unit would never forget their gun, and that's because from day one they carry their guns. Heck, when they're in the academy, they have a gun on their hip at all times. Like, they never take their gun off except for, I think, when they go to bed or whatever. But they have their gun on them at all times. And that's going through the academy, and then that's so they know. Do not leave your gun. They're trained to never go anywhere without your gun when on duty. Hell, most cops, when off duty, they'll carry a gun with them somewhere. So, I mean, but that's, and I mean, I am very happy that, from what I hear, the United Kingdom does not have as many violent, crimes, because their gun laws are so strict. But, which again is great. And as insane as it is, it's 2020 now. That was like 2019. We're past that. We're past 2019. That was last year talk right there. But I mean, like, I'm trying not to diss the United Kingdom, because they are great people. And it's not really the officer's fault. Like, yes, it's the officer's fault, but also at the same time, not really, because his whole career, he hasn't had a gun his whole career. Because, according to what I've heard, what I've spoken to several people, I've even looked it up a little bit, but the average officer does not carry a gun. I don't remember what they carry. I think it's like a baton and something else. They carry a baton and, I think, pepper spray, I think. And a taser, maybe, but they don't carry a gun. They have specialized units that carry guns. Which, there we go. Which, again, is great. But, again, not so much, because when they get up to these specialized protection units, they're not used to carrying their gun and making sure their gun goes everywhere they go. So, when they take off their belt to use the bathroom, which I don't know why you take off your belt or your holster or anything like that. Which, first off, that's the problem. If you take it off your holster is supposed to be a part of your belt. Like it's on your belt. You don't take off the holster unless you're taking off your belt. So to use the bathroom, you usually don't need to take off your belt. I mean, you undo it, yes, but you don't take it off. That's kind of. So, I don't know, maybe he was really busy, but the point is, because the United Kingdom officers don't carry guns from day one, they're not, as trained, they're not as used to remembering to carry their guns with them wherever they go, and making sure that before they leave, like while on duty, before they leave a room, make sure they have their gun with them. Make sure they have, what they need with them. So I mean, but that's the way I look at it. And I mean, yes, it's really bad, and it is his fault for taking off his freaking. Why do you take off your holster to use the bathroom? Like, now I'm dissing this cop because, like, dude, like, why do you like? Oh gosh, whatever. Yeah, so I definitely find that interesting. So, what are your thoughts on this? Like, I really do want to know what your thoughts are on this. So please do go ahead and let me know. As I'm very, very curious to know. But yeah, again, don't forget we do have the charity stream. It's not the podcast charity stream. The podcast charity stream will hopefully be happening at some time next week. We still have to select a charity from the list, but my friend and I will be playing the Division 2 tomorrow, and we will be doing the charity stream there on this channel. So subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you know when that goes live. I need to get this. So can I? But I don't care. So whatever. Yeah. So that's yeah. And of course, you can donate anytime. You can go, and if you go to the description, it'll be the PayPal.me. Right now, you always have to copy and paste it in your web browser. And then on a non-charity stream, a minimum of 10% will go to a charity. And on a charity stream, and the rest of that will go into my savings account to be. On podcasts, half it will go to whatever hosts and co's are there as payment for their time, and then my share will go to the savings account and hopefully grow to the point of where I don't have to do some giveaways for later this year, as well as next year, and keep podcasts going, and eventually try and get some people on the podcast. So. Yeah, because believe it or not, I have people I've got trying to contact to try and get to interview, but that's a surprise. So. There you are. There's apparently all no opinions. So if you want to join the official DOIJ podcast server, it'll be the second link in the description. First clickable link. So go ahead and join that. I highly recommend you join that. And yeah, it's a great server, and we have I believe 500 people. So yeah, so hopefully you all will join tomorrow's, right? Today's Wednesday. Yeah, today's Wednesday. So tomorrow's Thursday, and then hopefully you all will join tomorrow's charity live stream, as well as whenever we're doing for the podcast. And I'll be trying to do, so probably be doing at least 2 weekly, one non-podcast, one podcast charity stream. So hopefully we can get a lot of money raised for a lot of charities. And there are some charities I want to find in particular. But I'll look for those after tomorrow's test stream, because tomorrow is also a test. I mean, so yeah. But yeah, so don't forget to do that. If you want to join DOIJ, it is going to be the fifth link in the description, and so the fourth clickable link, I figure. So yeah, go ahead and join that. That'll send you to the interview server. And there you have it. That was today's podcast. Definitely some interesting things, in my opinion. So stay tuned, stay awesome, and thank you so much for listening in.